at your teammates right now. It's not easy to get at any level. All right, you get to play in the postseason, and you stayed in it, and you made the plays at the end.
ECU Athletics and U.S. Cellular present The Jeff Lebo Show. The Jeff Lebo Show is brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the ECU Pirates. And now, the voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles.
Welcome to the Jeff Lebo Show. Got a big show planned for you today. We'll have highlights from the Old Dominion game. The Pirates open the Conference USA season right here at Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum. How about women's basketball that ECU off to the best start in 41 years? And the ladies had another big win this week. One of the most improved players on the basketball team this year is Mike Zangari. The big guy from Pennsylvania is making great strides, and we'll take an up-close and personal look. ECU strength and conditioning coach Jeff Connors will be here as well with another segment of Camp Connors, and then a look ahead as the Pirates head to Florida for a couple of games next week against Florida Atlantic and Florida International. Coach Lebo joins us right after this.
We'll be right back with more of the Jeff Lebo Show, presented by U.S. Cellular and sponsored in part by BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Hey, I'm Bruce from his wireless company. He could have switched to U.S. Cellular and been rewarded with a new phone faster, but why do that when you can just make your old phone feel new again?
Happy birthday, honey.
Dad, this is my old phone.
No, it is not. It's got that new phone smell. Smell it. Smell it.
I did. It smells like lies.
Smells good to me.
U.S. Cellular believes you deserve better with reward points to get you new phones faster. U.S. Cellular. Hello better.
How do you measure the value of a college education? What are the values that give it worth? The rigorous pursuit of knowledge, the drive to innovate, the commitment to improving communities, and the courage to stand up and lead the way into a brighter tomorrow. These are the values of an East Carolina education. Come discover their true worth for yourself. East Carolina University. Tomorrow starts here.
On Casual Fridays, Gary likes to flip the script and go all gangbusters. Gary's a risk taker regardless of the occasion. And last summer, Gary rolled the dice and let his daughter name the new dog. She chose Carl the dog. Gary's bold. He breaks the rules. He's why we break the rules with our new 3-cheese stuffed crust pizza with not one but 3 cheeses. If you've got $13, keep one because a large is only $12. Or get any unstuffed pizza for $10. Go for greatness, people. Pizza Hut. Make it great.
Like a ghost on the wind, he comes from the sea, and trembles the foe like a storm on the lee. From East Carolina, victories are told of the spirit of the pirate and his purple and gold.
The Jeff Lebo Show continues with sponsorship by Suddenlink. Bundle and save with Suddenlink. And by Coke Zero. Every sip of Coke Zero is like a game-winning shot for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the show. Today, Coach Lebo joins us. And, Jeff, you're down in numbers this year. The conference season starts. Can you go back in your career and remember a year similar to this where you're only really playing 7 guys?
Well, I'm kind of equated to my first year at Auburn, where we had low numbers, very low numbers, and all guards. Started 6'4" center in the Southeastern Conference. So I don't recommend that for anybody, but it was a tough year for us, and trying to get through the entire year with practices and games was really difficult. We had guys playing 40 minutes. On the road at Kentucky and have to turn around and have one day of prep and play again against Florida. So that's kind of the situation we're in right now. Our kids have been tough enough to do it, but once we get into conference play with a Thursday, Saturday schedule, it's going to present a lot of problems for us.
Well, basically, you have 5 perimeter guys. That's the good news. The bad news is you only have 2 big guys.
Well, and some of our perimeter guys are playing inside, so we're trying to mix and match here a little bit. 2 young guys inside. It hasn't been a big issue for us because we've had some breaks here. We've been in no schools going on, and we've had an 8-day break here before Old Dominion, so we've been able to get refreshed. But once that conference season comes in here, it's the grind of those 16 games is going to play a toll on all our kids.
Yeah, no question about that. And going to this Thursday, Saturday format in conference play, Jeff, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's going to be unique. It's I have, as a coach, had a Thursday, Saturday schedule. It's tough when you're on the road, and what's going to be tough for us is when we're home, we have a couple extra guys who are sitting out that can practice with us that aren't able to travel with us. So we're only going to have 11, 2 of those guys walk-ons when we go on the road and try to practice on Friday. So that's going to be a challenge for us.
Well, when this team shoots the ball well, especially from the perimeter, you guys have shown you can win basketball games. But I guess, Jeff, it's safe to say there's a small margin of error with this team.
Very limited margin of error. We have to have Akeem and Paris, I think, playing at a high level on the offensive end. Rebounding is going to be crucial for us in every game. We've got to get Mike Zangari rebounding the ball a little bit better. Caleb White rebounding the ball. Prince Williams is an athletic player, rebounding the basketball well. Offensively, we've been pretty solid, a little bit better than what I would have anticipated scoring the basketball, but those areas are going to be areas of concerns for us each and every game.
Well, the conference season is here, and when we come back, we'll look at the highlights from the Old Dominion game right after this.
I'm Bruce from their wireless company. They could get reception where they need it with U.S. Cellular, but why miss a chance to get closer with your neighbors?
Phyllis! Call the sheriff! Signal searching varmints! Get your own reception!
All right, see you tomorrow, everybody.
U.S. Cellular believes you deserve better with national coverage where and when you need it. U.S. Cellular. Hello, better.
The time to switch to Suddenlink is now. Get our best package with HDTV, internet, and home phone for just $30 per service monthly when you bundle. This package also includes TiVo Any-Room DVR service on up to 3 TVs for $19 a month, and your choice of an internet speed upgrade or Wi-Fi for only $10 a month, all with no contracts. Get TV, internet, and home phone for $30 each when you bundle. Switch now. Call 877-478-7860. Order Suddenlink today.
Look at that. Brett Favre. Justin Verlander. Mean Joe Green. Teresa Weatherspoon. T.Y. Hilton. Randy Moss. All players from Conference USA schools. The question is, who is the next Favre? Who's the next Verlander? The next Moss? We're about to find out.
Welcome back to the show. College basketball really taking center stage now. Football season is over, and we're here with the conference season. Old Dominion coming in on a Saturday, and they're starting over with a new program. Jeff Jones, very well known in these parts, and he takes over the Monarchs.
Takes over, a program that's got a lot of history and a lot of tradition. Coming off a great win at home against George Mason, playing much better. A terrific player in Aaron Baycoat.
Yeah, Aaron Baycoat's really a good player, and Coach was saying the other day that they're having a little trouble scoring the basketball, so they value possessions.
Well, they do, and they haven't shot the free throws very well at all. Besides Baycoat, he's the one guy, 83%. The rest of the team, they don't have a guy over 55%. That's been an area of weakness for them, and I know Coach Jones has attacked it over the break.
It's always a big game when East Carolina and Old Dominion play. This series goes back years and years. A lot of games played between these two. Let's go out to Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum now and pick up the highlights. 5,328, the Pirates in the Conference USA opener. Good crowd on a Saturday night. And, Coach, we pick up the action. I know you always like to get the ball inside to Zangari, and he delivers here.
Well, we got into him there early in the game. We wanted to establish him inside and made some nice, good offensive play there and finishes around the rim.
Old Dominion, though, does a good job getting the ball to the basket, and Palmore here really had a big first half, didn't he?
His speed and quickness, he was fast with it. He has it on a string. He gave us problems all night coming off the ball screen or in one-on-one situations, Jeff getting to the paint.
He's got that little floater in the paint, and he was very effective with it, especially in the first half. Pirates come back, and Paris Roberts-Campbell nails the three, and boy, he had a great first half.
Yeah, he was terrific in the first half, and we needed him to be good in the first half, and he had 19 points and was really aggressive offensively.
You bring Peter Torlak in off the bench, Coach, and he plays very well. He hits 4 threes in this game, and he knocks one down here.
Well, Pete's a confident kid. I wanted to actually play him in the Campbell game, and I thought I'd use him in this game. He came in with some confidence and knocked down some three-point shots here in the first half.
And then Caleb White comes up with a basket here for you, Coach, and we're tied at halftime.
Well, it was a good, strong move by Caleb. Unfortunately, that was the only bucket that he had in the game, but a nice, strong finish there with his left hand going to the rim.
Tied at 37 at halftime. We pick up highlights now in the second half, and Akeem Richmond gets loose here and gets a three, but he's a marked man these days, isn't he?
Well, he is, and he really struggled in the first half on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Got going here a little bit in the second half with a couple early baskets, one from three and one on the layup.
Yeah, it was good to see him take the ball to the basket and get the layup. It cuts the lead to 1. And then we see Prince Williams get a basket here for you. And the guys are playing pretty well here at this point in the game.
Well, we were, and we were scoring. We're getting a few stops at least around the rim area, and we're right where we needed to be here coming down the stretch here with about the 10-minute mark, 12-minute mark. But we didn't get any kind of flow there offensively or defensively where we had multiple things happen for us on the good side of the ball.
Aaron Baycoat was quiet in the first half. Their leading scorer came to life, though, in the second half. He had a layup and an and one here.
Their three guards were terrific tonight. The majority of their points came from them, those three guys getting into the painted area.
Old Dominion beginning to build the lead now, and then Torlak comes back and cuts it to 7, and Coach, he nails another three-pointer here.
Well, he did. It was a good play there by Akeem on the assist. Finds him in the corner there for a big three. And, again, Peter played awfully well for us off the bench.
And Old Dominion wins it at Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum by 11, the final 81-7.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, just help my team when I get in and use my minutes, shoot the ball, do whatever I can, but tonight I didn't play defense on a high level.
Well, I don't want to make up any excuses, we was just sloppy. That was just on East Carolina, and we got to fix that, come back ready to work hard tomorrow in practice.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank North Carolina baseball coaching legend George Whitfield for inducting me into his Hall of Fame Friday night in Goldsboro. ECU baseball coach Billy Godwin and former Pirate pitcher Sam Narin were also recognized. Coach Whitfield's 42nd annual baseball clinic drew over 700 youngsters to Goldsboro High School. Thanks again, George. Here's to 42 more years. Take care, my friend.
On casual Fridays, Gary likes to flip the script and go all gangbusters. Gary's a risk taker regardless of the occasion. And last summer, Gary rolled the dice and let his daughter name the new dog. She chose Carl the dog. Gary's bold. He breaks the rules. He's why we break the rules with our new 3-cheese stuffed crust pizza with not 1 but 3 cheeses. If you've got $13, keep one because a large is only 12. Or get any unstuffed pizza for 10. Go for greatness, people. Pizza Hut. Make it great.
Look at that. Brett Favre. Justin Verlander. Mean Joe Green. Teresa Weatherspoon. T.Y. Hilton. Randy Moss. All players from Conference USA schools. The question is, who is the next Favre? Who's the next Verlander? The next Moss? We're about to find out.
How do you measure the value of a college education? What are the values that give it worth? The rigorous pursuit of knowledge, the drive to innovate, the commitment to improving communities, and the courage to stand up and lead the way into a brighter tomorrow. These are the values of an East Carolina education. Come discover their true worth for yourself. East Carolina University. Tomorrow starts here.
The Jeff Lebo Show continues with sponsorship by Suddenlink. Bundle and save with Suddenlink. And by Coke Zero. Every sip of Coke Zero is like a game-winning shot for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the show. Mike Zangari is one of the most improved players on the Pirate basketball team this year. The young man from Pennsylvania, 6'9", gives the Pirates some size inside. And Jeff, tell us a little bit about Mike's development.
Well, he's really worked hard on his left hand. He came here as a freshman, didn't really have much of a left hand. We challenged him in the offseason to work on it. He's really worked on it. In fact, he's worked on it so much, I think he's better with his left hand now than he is with his right hand. He's a kid that's also gaining some confidence, Jeff, and that's the big thing. He's got to play. He knows he's going to play. He's going to have to play through mistakes, and I think he's really feeling much more comfortable on the floor, in particular on the offensive end.
Really a big adjustment playing in high school and then going to the Division I level, isn't it?
Well, it's a huge jump, in particular for a big guy. Typically in high school, they don't see other big guys, so he's had to make an adjustment in his game. He's continued to improve. I still think, obviously, his best basketball is in front of him. He can step out and shoot the basketball. We're trying to get him confident in around the basket first, and then hopefully over the course of the season we'll move him out away from the basket for some jump shots.
Because you're down in numbers, he has to play quite a few minutes, but the flip side of that is you have to be in shape to do that, don't you?
Well, he's getting in much better shape. I think he's moving better. He's understanding and thinking the game a little bit faster. He's a pretty good athlete. He can move, he can run, he can change ends of the floor. He's learning about the physicality of the game, and again, he's just growing with his confidence level each and every game, and has really been playing well here offensively the last 3 or 4 games.
Well, old saying, you can't coach 6'9", 240, can you?
No, you can't do that, and he's going to be hopefully 250 by the time he's a senior, and he's going to be a heck of a good player for us, so we're happy he's getting an opportunity to play a lot of minutes for us this year.
Yeah, my minutes have definitely gone up this year, and we're hurting without Marshall and obviously losing some guys before the season. But I think I'm learning and I'm getting better each game, and I just want to go out there and help my team win.
Well, man, he's really progressed. He's playing really well for us. He had a phenomenal game against Campbell, last week. So we're looking forward to seeing him progress more.
The biggest improvement I've made has definitely been in the past year than any other point in my career, and just all around game. I feel like it's gotten a lot better, and just rebounding's the big thing now. I just need to once I get that, I think I'll be all right.
The ECU women's basketball team opened conference play Wednesday night with a thriller against the 10-3 Florida Atlantic Owls. Abria Trice led the way with 16 points as ECU led by as many as 11. The Lady Pirates got a boost off the bench from Shea Nelson. The Ole Miss transfer hit for 10 points, including back-to-back baskets during a key stretch late in the second half. ECU led by 3 with 5 seconds to play when Owls guard Kim Smith launched a 3 that just misses at the buzzer. The Lady Pirates hang on for the 61-58 win. Jada Payne finished with a double-double, scoring 13 points and hauling down 10 rebounds. ECU improves to 13-1 on the season, the team's best start in 41 years.
It's kind of changed a little bit. Before we were sneaking up on people, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's East Carolina," and now all of a sudden it's a game you kind of circle on the schedule. And I thought, Florida Atlantic really came in, and their effort level in the first half was just really good. They've got a very, very good basketball team, and I challenged the girls at halftime. We needed to match that.
This entire week, it's been preparation for a conference. We've been playing we've been practicing, so we'll play every game like it's the championship game. So the competitive nature that has taking place in practice has kind of prepared us for this moment. There was nobody was nervous, nobody was scared. We were ready because we had been preparing all week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, from that last segment of assessment, what we found out was we needed to work with Warren a little bit more on his hip flexibility, his mobility, and that's something we will intend to do this winter. At the same time, where John is concerned, my questions would be more directed toward the analogy between club head speed and leg speed, range of movement and club head speed, the follow through, and then how to groove a consistent swing. And then ultimately, the athlete having more confidence as a result of being able to do that. So those are some of the things that we want John to address today.
In comparing the golf swing to a kicker's motion, to me it's very similar. The only difference is he's using his foot to hit the ball, I'm using a golf club to hit the ball. And what we've looked at earlier with the work on his hips and the difference between his upper and lower body, I think are really important. When I swing a golf club and I come down into the ball, the first thing to move is on the way down is I'm pushing off the ground, but my hips rotate first. And as my hips rotate, down at the ball, then my arms follow. And so you can see a difference between my hips being slightly open and my shoulders are still square. And I think it's very similar in the kicking motion where he's coming into the ball, he's kind of turning open here, his leg is following just as the golf club follows into the ball to create power. To me, the biggest similarities, to get distance in the golf swing, and I'm sure it's the same in kicking, is the better you can relax, the faster your leg will move and the faster your arms will move in the golf swing. When I play golf, it's usually just relying on myself. I don't have anybody else really worried about what else I'm doing on the course. For him, he's got the whole team, kind of thinking about, he has to think about on what happens or what he produces out there. But, like I said, kicking is very similar to golf, and I think mentally it's closer than any other, anything else you could put together. Physically, obviously, he has to be in much better physical condition than I am. But it's like any other sport. The better, if you take two guys and you have one guy that has a great golf swing and another guy that has a decent golf swing but he's in physically better shape, you're better off taking the guy that's physically in shape.
All right, in our final part of our segment here, we want to emphasize the importance of video analysis, and that's what we want Warren to get a lot of this winter and next summer. A lot of reps of that. We think that can help him with his consistency. And helping us today is Kevin Williams, golf coach, East Carolina University. And Kevin has actually been trained by the Crabtree brothers on how to hold the football. So we're going to see how he can do today. And Warren, go ahead and hit one for us.
All right.
Very nice.
Weather vanes are one of the oldest methods of weather prediction. While there are a multitude of designs, the most sensitive weather vane is this rather unattractive dish shape. It detects rain, sleet, snow, even wind. You know it's working because when the bad weather comes in, your TV signal goes out. Quite ingenious.
Outdated satellite technology is no match for clear, reliable TV from Suddenlink.
I'm Bruce from their wireless company. They could get reception where they need it with U.S. Cellular, but why miss a chance to get closer with your neighbors?
Phyllis, call the sheriff. Signal searching varmints! Get your own reception!
All right, see you tomorrow, everybody.
U.S. Cellular believes you deserve better with national coverage where and when you need it. U.S. Cellular. Hello, better.
How do you measure the value of a college education? What are the values that give it worth? The rigorous pursuit of knowledge, the drive to innovate, the commitment to improving communities, and the courage to stand up and lead the way into a brighter tomorrow. These are the values of an East Carolina education. Come discover their true worth for yourself. East Carolina University. Tomorrow starts here.
This week's Look Ahead is brought to you by the Eye Care Center. Eye doctors focused on you.
Welcome back to the show. The Pirates head to the Sunshine State. A couple of games next week at Florida Atlantic and at Florida International. Uncharted territory here for the Pirates going on the road playing these two schools, Jeff.
Well, it's our first trip down there to play those two schools. Coach Jarvis, legendary coach, has done a very good job trying to get Florida Atlantic established in basketball. And good time to go to Florida in the middle of January, and our kids will be excited to get a trip to Boca and then on down to Miami.
Yeah, FIU as well. They've had some good teams in the past, haven't they?
Well, they have. Again, a new coach there. Rich Pitino left there to go to Minnesota. Terrific player in Buckles inside, who's actually a transfer from, I believe, Louisville that went down to Florida International. So tough place to play. They've had a lot of success at home.
Coach, thanks so much for the visit. Good luck in Florida. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Jeff.
That's the head coach of the Pirates, Jeff Lebo, and we will be here next week with another Jeff Lebo television show. Have a good week, everybody.
The Jeff Lebo Show has been presented by U.S. Cellular. Hello, better. This is an exclusive presentation of IMG, America's home for college sports.